The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Black 30.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Show that bench release and go.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
both of them.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Focus, focus.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go. Let's go. Jack 16. Jack 16. Left, left, left. Snickers, 66.
Here's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they'll start. Great field position at the 41-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover like that. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, that's sweet. What an effort. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Corner. Mike, 53. Hey. Man. Check. Motion to backfield. These two.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Snickers, you got to spin. 77.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
All right, here we go.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Get wide. Set. Like 30. Show that bench release and go. Here I come. AB. 8.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Vic Beasley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
AB. Go. Take both of them.
Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Now the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses, and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Freeman again, a first down carry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now it's Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Tuesday.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third and 2, now Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And now out come the Steelers. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
4 down. Done. 180. Snickers. 66. Hurry up. Let's go.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Double. Snickers. 66. Corner. No spacing. Hey! Back.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Check. Big. Jack 16. Big. Snickers, you gotta spin. Snickers, you gotta spin. Back.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. You also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Hey, got it.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check, foot set. Check, foot set. Like 80. Hey! Go. 44.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Ryan. Being chased out left. Able to get away. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On first down, Downs to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got room. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Ryan wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Eluding the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.